So our journey to Roman, today was our official adoption day, so he got our last name officially. And I think the emotions, I don't know, it's kind of hard to put into words. It's very surreal. Obviously, we're super excited and very joyful. But you know, we think about his birth mom too, and his birth family who love him very much, and so there's a sense of kind of a bittersweet emotion with all of it.
Surreal and a little overwhelming, honestly, having seeing all the love and support and kind of making things official. We've been anticipating this day since before we knew he existed, and so it's kind of crazy to finally be here.
I think from when we first started with paperwork and home studies and all of that, we've been in it a year and a half. And so we had a couple of birth moms that we talked with through the process that just didn't pan out. And then, we got picked by a mom in Tennessee, and we matched with her, and we actually, for a couple of months, were anticipating that baby. And we actually went down to Memphis to get her. And mom had changed her mind, so we came back home, and then she changed her mind again, so we actually went back to Memphis to get her. But then it just didn't end up working out. The mom decided to parent, and that was really hard for us because we took a car full of baby stuff down, anticipating coming home with the baby, and we didn't, and we were very heartbroken over that, and didn't really understand what God's plan was and all of that, and how he was going to use that, because it felt like it was what was supposed to happen. But then a couple months after that, we got picked by Roman's birth mom, and it was a much different experience.
We kind of got a message from our adoption lawyers that told us there was a mom that was interested in us, but she was kind of between us and another family and wanted to talk over the phone with both of us before she kind of made any decisions. And so we had a great conversation with her for about 30 minutes. And after that, I think as soon as we hung up, we kind of looked at each other and we were like, well, she's too good to be true. We really hope that this works out. And talking with the lawyers later, they said that as soon as she got off the phone with us, she called them and told them that we were definitely the ones.
And we spent a lot of time talking about what her dreams for Roman were, and like the things she wanted him to have in life that she knew she couldn't give him. And we got to talk about what our goals and dreams for him would be, and it was such a cool feeling to just connect with her on that level. She actually started working with our adoption attorneys in May, but she decided for whatever reason to not pick a family until August, which is incredible because had she decided in May to pick a family, she wouldn't have even seen our profile book because we were matched with that other mom. So it's kind of a God thing that the timing worked out when it did. Yeah, it came time for him to come in December, and after he was born, we got to spend 2 days in the hospital with his mom, Danielle, and her parents and her son, who's 11. And it was like, we thought maybe it would at first be awkward, like staying in a room with these people we don't really know, and we're like, adopting this baby, but it was such an incredible experience. Like, they're wonderful people, and they love him so much. They just want him to have all the best things in life. So we were able to connect with them and just really forge a really cool relationship. So it's been pretty, I think I would call it miraculous. It's been miraculous. He's our little miracle baby. I think we've learned a lot about ourselves, about each other, about our faith through all of this, because it started with infertility. We couldn't get pregnant, couldn't have a baby, and there was that both of us, we had to grieve through that. And you do kind of question God, like, why are all these people in the world who can't take care of children able to have them, but we desperately want a child and we can't, and we feel like you want us to be parents. And so kind of going through that grief, and then we were able to it took us a while to get through that, but we had actually talked back at the beginning of our marriage about adopting. And this was way before we ever knew that we couldn't have children of our own. And we had said, like, yeah, we both felt led. It was after a church service, actually. We were driving home and we both were talking about it, and we felt like that was something God wanted for us to do. So it became pretty evident when we couldn't have kids of our own. We're like, well, this is just, God's closing a door. He's opening, this window for us. So we did have to grieve, and it was hard. But then once we, made that peace with his plan, it was, we were just really excited. And, but yeah, after losing the baby in June, I know we both struggled a lot with that. And yeah, like just being like, not understanding God's plan and his timing. We've finally made peace with, okay, not this door is closed, eventually it will happen. And then that's, a couple months later, then we got the call from his mom. And then that being such a vastly different situation where she was so wonderful and so communicative and just really positive. She was, truly, I don't know if she has faith or not, but she was such a blessing to us. I remember telling her that, I think a lot of times through adoption, people assume that the adoptive parents are the blessing to the birth family, but it was very much the opposite, I felt like, for us. Like, she was such a blessing to us. And even in the hospital, like, she was allowing us to care for him. We don't know what we're doing. And she was like, we were trying to get him in the car seat to leave the hospital, and we couldn't figure out how to make it work. And she was so encouraging. She's like, you guys, you're gonna be fine. Because, then you feel stupid. You're fumbling around in front of her mom and her. And so they were truly a blessing to us. And I think that we saw God a lot through all of that. We're just like, you know what, we don't understand, but now having him, I would go through the heartache a million times over to get this little guy, because he's just, the second we saw him, it all made sense. Yeah, I feel like even on the really tired days, like, I don't know, we have just this sense of joy that it's like, oh, I'm getting up at 3 and I'm so tired, but also I get to see my baby and I get to hold my baby, which we've been wanting for so long. So I think, I don't know, every day's been incredible. He changes,
learning
so
new
fast.
things so
Yep.
fast. He's following mom and dad around, starting to try to grab onto toys, and most importantly, giving mom big smiles every morning.
Every morning when I get him out of bed. He's incredible. We think he's the most beautiful, smartest baby in the world, of course.
I think, first of all, I would just want to say that we are so absolutely blessed to have you in our life, and we love you more than you will ever realize. You have so many people around you who love you, and I think that was evident today. And there's many, many more people in our lives that have been praying for you and anticipating your arrival for a long time, and will be a part of the tribe that helps raise you. And we're just looking forward to every day going forward with you. We pray every night that the Lord would just guide and keep you and make your path straight, and that He would give us the courage and wisdom to be the best parents that we can for you.
It's hard to almost put it into words, because we've obviously felt that already, but having that official seal just feels really good. That was in my top moments of my life thus far.